this is what I'm gonna make my welt pockets out of. Okay, I need to make 2 welted pocket strips. They have to be 2 by 7 inches. Well, they don't have to be 2 by 7 inches, but I want to make a welted pocket that's about 1 inch wide. So I want the 2 little strips to end up being 1/2 inch wide, and my pocket to be about 6 inches wide. So I'm gonna I'm gonna double I'm gonna double the amount, the width of the strip, and add 1 inch to the, I'm gonna double the length of the strip and add 1 inch to the width of the strip. So 2 by 7. Okay, 2 by 7 inch strips. That are 2 by 7. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, my strips already had interfacing on. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your interfacing and just take a strip, a 1 inch strip of interfacing, and put 1 inch directly in the middle, so you'll have 1/2 inch on this side and 1/2 inch on that side. So that's a good method of doing it, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So say you were making a suit, that would be the proper way you're going to do it. So, but we're not making a suit, we're just making this. You're going to fold your welted pieces in half, and you're going to iron them. Your fabric piece, you're going to take a piece of interfacing that's 2 by 7. So and I'm going to place it, I want my pocket to open kind of like near the top, so they don't have to reach really far down into the bag. So this will be the back side of your fabric. So the wrong side of your fabric, you're going to fuse the interfacing. Wherever you're going to put your opening, that's what we're going to mark. Mark it with a piece of chalk or whatever. So this is going to be my opening. I'm going to put it like straight across in the middle. So my opening is going to be right here. Okay. I'm going to mark where I want my pocket to end, which is about 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make basting stitches with my machine. There you have it. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? But yeah, you just have on each end your stitches where you're gonna start. That's the front, that's the back. You can see it a little bit better. There you go. On the back, where the interfacing is. And that's actually where the pockets are gonna be. Now we're going to stitch right through half of each piece. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to turn your fabric over to the right side, and you want to put the raw edges of the welted, so this is the folded, that's the raw edge, right on that center, that line where you're gonna, that center basting line where you're gonna place that opening. So you're gonna put them together, and then you're gonna pin it on each side. Then what you're gonna do is, you can barely see it, but you're gonna transfer the end point to your welted fabric. So my end point is there. My end point is here. And my other end point is here. Okay, now we're gonna stitch right here, and we're gonna stop right at the end points. So what you want to do is stitch directly down the center of this welt, and you want to make sure you start and stop at the opening ends, and on the other side you want to make sure that your stitch stops right where this line is. You don't want to sew past that. So right down the center of each welt on the front side. So this again right here, this is your right side of your fabric, this is the wrong side of your fabric. Okay, I forgot to tell you about pocket lining. It really doesn't matter how deep it is, but if you want a deep pocket, you need to cut your fabric to be the same width as your welted pocket and deep enough for, you know, for you to double the pocket, and it'll be a nice length. And I'm just going to square this up, make it nice and straight. So you're going to take the wrong side of your pocket, the right side down on the right side of the fabric where the welts are, and you're just going to pin it right above the opening. At each end. Okay, then you're going to turn it over, and that line that you stitched above the opening, the first line in the middle of the welt, the top welt, you're going to stitch that again. we're gonna stop 1 inch in on each side. So we only want to go to about right here. Only want to cut that much out. On the wrong side, we're just going to cut through the fabric, and on the right side, we're only going to cut through the lining. We're going to make sure we don't cut the welts. Okay? Where we stopped on the wrong side of the fabric, we're going to cut triangles on the edges. Okay, so can you see that? Okay, we're going to trim this little part right here so that it's just 1/4 of an inch left over. Now we can take out our pins. Even the pins on the welts. Okay, now you're going to pull the pocket all the way through, the welts all the way through on each side. So what you should end up with is, if I can get it through, your welts coming through this side. So on the wrong side, you should have your pocket, your pocket lining, the top welt connected to the top welt, your bottom welt flipped inside out, and you should have these little funky looking triangles on the outside. Okay. We're gonna take a little needle and thread and baste our welt opening closed just until we're done with the garment. Okay. So I'm gonna secure this to my table right now, and I'm gonna baste this. Real simple. Okay, on the other side, you see these little triangles? You're gonna sew the triangles down. Now we're just gonna take our pocket. Okay, now we're gonna remove all of our basting. Okay, our basting stitches. because we don't want them to show on the front.